Hello, my name is David Weir. I own JD Cable Construction with my father, Jerry Weir. We also have a sister company up here, Elite Underground, that is owned by me and Jamal Belt Daniels, and we're bringing internet service to your area, and I'd love to show you how we do it. You're probably wondering why all this equipment is actually on your street, and what it's there for, what it's actually doing, and why there are holes in your yard. As we're coming through your city or your town, you're going to notice holes popping up everywhere. You're going to notice, especially when we're spotting utility lines, you'll see paint on the ground, marks in your yard, and you're wondering, what in the world is this in my yard? Why are they painting up my neighborhood? What that is your utility lines. They mark it for us, and it's called 811, and they actually come out and mark your utility so I do not hit them because I'm digging or I'm drilling underground. If I don't have those marks there, I will hit it. Every yard has a utility easement. It's usually from the road. It'll come up in the yard. It can come up in the yard 10 to 15 feet. We stay in the utility easement. It's owned by the city. As far as our cable company, they pay for rights and have permits to come into your yard to bring communication and internet to your area. This might be intimidating, and when you come home, you see one of these machines in your yard, and I understand. But as I said before, we do have the city easement, we do have city rights to come here and actually be on your property. We take every precaution available to make sure we don't damage your driveway, or we don't crack your driveway because this is a bigger machine, or even scuff it up. Afterwards, we bring a pressure washer, we pressure wash the scuff marks and make it look like we weren't even here. And I understand you're very curious about why this machine's in your yard, what this machine even is, what it does, or how much it's going to affect your day-to-day. Usually we try to get out of here within 1 day. It may last at least 2 days, but we try to get out of your hair as quick as possible, less inconvenience as we can possibly do. But we like to, get in, get out. But we also care about your safety. So if you do approach one of these machines, please come to the front so the driller can see you. He can turn the drill off or actually step off the drill to come meet you. Please don't approach the drill because we don't want you getting hurt or falling into a hole or getting caught in one of these gears. We don't want that at all. So I'd rather if you do approach from the front, our people will get off and address you immediately and answer any questions that you might have. As careful as we are, sometimes we're going to hit stuff we shouldn't. Obviously, no utility wants me to hit them. That's the biggest thing out here, and being in the neighborhoods is being safe. So in any case, the worst thing is us striking either a sewer or a water line. The inconvenience part of our job. It's not that it's not going to happen. It's inevitable. We're going to hit stuff. Even if most of the time it's because it's not marked and we don't know what's there. There have been situations where we've struck a sewer line, and biggest indicator when you strike a sewer line and it starts backing up, you hear gurgling in your drains, or you'll start taking a shower and it's not really wanting to drain. You guys need to contact the plumber immediately to see what the problem is. If we have been there recently, most of the time, I'm not going to say 90%, but about 80% of the time, it is us. When we strike sewer lines, sometimes they won't happen for 6 months, depending on how bad the strike is. Now, if we come right through it, it'll stop up real quick and you'll know within the next day. But there are some times we've had it in the past where it was 6 months down the line and they didn't notice it until it really got packed in there. We've had to come back out and fix it. So when a sewer is actually hit and you actually have a plumber come out and actually camera it, take photos. Take photos of the damage itself. The plumbers can actually have a camera that takes pictures of the damage itself, because that'll actually help you in trying to get it fixed and you're not having to pay for it, come out of pocket. Especially dealing with any other contractor other than us in here, or even with a cable company that contractor's been gone for 3 to 4 months. And you didn't notice that this thing was backing up until now because finally it started really getting bad in there, or it broke even more. So it'd be good to have those photos and those things so you can actually fight and get your sewer fixed and it's not coming out of your pocket. And our whole goal is to come in, do our work safely, leave your property the way we found it, and also provide you with a better service. So now that you know what we're doing in your neighborhood, if you have any questions, concerns, please feel free to come up to one of my guys or anybody that actually has a high vis on to ask any of the questions you have, as long as you're doing it safely. But if you really have any other comments or concerns, you can go to my website at www.jdcableconstruction.com, or you can just contact the number on your screen.